Is it okay to fabricate photos online in the name of art? In the name of composition? In the name of body shape? Just where does the line fall? Who knows, but let's explore that today together. Hello IO, my name is Abbey Kelly, and today I'm bringing you top 10 influencer Photoshop fails you cannot unsee.
Hey everyone, this is Abby. She's new. Be nice.
Thank you. So, starting us off at number 10 is Martina Saravia and her cloud photos. So, Martina got caught making her skies look nicer by maybe changing up the colors and adding some clouds to her photos. You could say her head was in the clouds on this one. In reality, Martina was upfront about using an app to edit her photos and add the clouds in the sky, and the fact that she'd been doing it for a while, so I respect that. And when she says it's for composition, sure. She even helped out followers with editing their photos before, and she's a woman of the people. But also when she says it's for artistic vision, I feel it's a bit of a stretch because just use different clouds then. She's using the same ones every time. You can like see them, and like if you're going into an art gallery and you see 10 different portraits with the same stamped on clouds in the back, is that art? Maybe, because now that I think of it, an artist could totally do that and get away with calling it a commentary on the demand of constant artistic content in society. So just ignore that comment, it's fine, people do it. But let's move on to number 9. We have Johanna Emma and some copy pasting. Now, she's a Swedish influencer with over 500,000 followers. In one of her photos, the grass behind her manages to be 3 or 4 different colors. So the grass isn't always a different color of green on the other side of the fence too. But honestly, it's better than my Photoshop skills, so if you practice some more, honey, you may have a side business you can run. Now, she changed her captions to explain herself, saying, instead of complaining to the staff about where they seated me, which I think is awkward, I simply took a picture of the background I wanted from a better table and photoshopped it. Yeah, I low-key see where she was coming from, but I would have just asked if I could sit at an empty table for a quick picture, because people are nice if you ask nicely, generally. And this reminds me, I do remember a relative saying that their waiter was grumpy at one of their restaurants when they were in Paris, so maybe that was a little resistance. But she had other obviously Photoshop pictures with all of them she received enough backlash, so I think in general she got the message that people weren't gonna let this photoshopping fly. But let's go on to number 8. Jordyn Woods with some wiggly floors. In this photo, it's both Jordyn and Kylie in black outfits, both in blonde wigs, but one of these things is not like the other. The floor in this pic is obviously warped unless the guy making the floor was like, you know what, I'm just gonna veer a little bit here and a little bit there, because you know what, everyone stays inside the lines and everything is so precise, I'm gonna be different, you know? Now that guy's responsible for the ground looking like that could totally happen, right? No, it can't. Obviously not. Girl messed up, but good news, Kylie Jenner's ex-bestie no longer photoshops like this, or at least I can't notice it, so take that as you will. Maybe it's because of the flack she got on this one that she's stopping the photoshopping, or at least trying to be more realistic. On to number 7, Ola Farahat and facial reconstruction. So Ola is an Instagram personality from Dubai with over 1.1 million followers, and she has great style in my opinion, but her editing is so obvious. Like in this example, this is borderline Who Wore It Better with how different she looks in these two photos. I don't even know if I should be calling the edited photo her because of how different it looks. I watched an interview of her and then saw her Instagram, and I'm kind of wondering if she is a stunt double, because I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I just hope she slowly phases into embracing how she looks, because she is pretty. Like, Ola, what are you doing? Snap, thank you. But let's go on to number 6. We have the Clermont-twins with Double Trouble. And honestly, I don't know what they do, but I did check out their website and their portfolio is one picture and they have one $60 t-shirt in their shop. And I think they seem to rep Fashion Nova, but I don't know, they're models probably, Yeezy approved. Anyways, they're just out here photoshopping it up. Like, just scroll through their Instagram and you will see there's just inconsistencies in what they look like. And I'll give these women one thing, they've got range. One before and after shows their photoshopping, but like they're already killing it. They don't need it. I don't see what they're doing. They slim their waist, change their face shape, and I found 2 other photos of them. And them, I'm gonna say is in quotations because there's not really consistency in their likeness. And the 2 ones I found, in one of them, they've aged, kept it real, look really great, but then another one I found, they're dressed in pink and it doesn't look like the same people. They look kind of like dolls, backgrounds off in the fence with the wires, and it's like, ladies, stop. Are you the same? Honestly, I wouldn't be fooled if someone else, if that, I'm on a ramble, but if that actually wasn't them in that other picture, it's possible. But it's on their Instagrams, who knows? On to number 5. We have ELBA PRESCOLÍ defying anatomy. ELBA PRESCOLÍ. The Instagram is ELBA PRESCOLÍ. I just need to breathe because all of this curls page is unnatural. I feel like there are some people that think the study of human anatomy just isn't a thing when you look at their Instagrams. They are in their minds thinking, no, people look like this and go all skinny legend, but it honestly looks a little bit more like body dysmorphia than anything else. Like, AKA you can't stop thinking about your perceived defects or flaws in your appearance, and that's not quite healthy. We've been there. But back to the topic at hand, ELBA doesn't even have consistency in her edits. Like, just look at the size of her butt over the course of photos and her legs, and just honey, if you want to fool me, be consistent, have it a little realistic at a bare minimum, because I don't know how you could fit your entire intestines in your body. At number 4, we have Karla J, aka the real Karla J. And first, see if you can see the difference in these two photos, the two pairs. Did you catch it? She slimmed her arm, which is a perfectly good arm. Stunning, some may say, and arms I like that, you know? It's just, they aren't just completely straight, and you know? Maybe a child, for sure, and maybe some people have arms like that, but Karla, you can use the unedited photos. You look fire either way. And like, I love what you're doing with the gemstones, just keep it real. But yeah, on the original, obviously the photographer did some retouching, maybe a little smoothing in edits, added nice filtering stuff, but I feel like that's pretty standard since they're typically going for a certain aesthetic. But Karla, girl, arms, just flex it, embrace it. That's why we got muscles. But yeah, let's go on to number 3, Erika Costell, or Erika Costell. Okay, I literally only know her because of the Shane Dawson Jake Paul documentary, and the jury's still out on that one, but let's look at her photos. In the first photo, she looks like her head is too big for her body because she tried to make herself look a little too tiny, but Erika, you're ripped. What are you doing? She made her waist smaller by a bit, which probably wasn't necessary because she already had like her pants hitting her like right in the spot to like cinch her. And she has abs. Like, you're already killing it. Then of course there's the face blurring picture, and it's like, you can work it. You don't need to like have no pores. You're not a doll. You're a human. It's fine. You don't need that. Okay, let's go to number 2, Andrea G. And you can tell this woman has natural abs in the real photo. Again, another like fitness queen. And she looks good. But then she's again making her waist look smaller and smoothing out her legs. And yeah, she looks a little more tan, but I think that's the saturation on the image, so I'll let that slide. But again, what I can't let slide, what really gets me, especially in the second photo, is the jaw. She sharpened it, pulled it up, and I can't really tell if she was trying to go more for her neck or her jaw, but I'm guessing she did both, and here we are. I'm guessing, might have done it in the first one too, but when people do stuff like that, you start second guessing everything on their page. What does she look like? Would I recognize her on the street? That's what we need to know. But before we finish up here, we gotta reach out to the Facebook king, James Charles. So, James, we know you're a Photoshop enthusiast, and I love the mini vibes you're getting me next to the mini palette, but what happened to your waist, man? Your face? What happened to your organs? Are you okay? Can you breathe? Like once for yes, keep your eyes open for no. I can't tell. But okay, with this imagery and the difference in photos, I can kind of get on board with the face stuff. If he reasons that it's because he's trying to look more like an elf for the shoot, you know, with the Christmas vibe. But if you're just trying to be a thicky elf with a snatched waist, then it just looks really fake, and that's why this is a fail for me. Like, look at the power pose in the natural shot. You got this regardless. Let your organs breathe, James. Just you've got this, James. Just let it be. But okay, those are the top 10 influencer Photoshop fails you can't unsee, and here's a theory I have for you. Celebrities and influencers are retouching their photos so they don't look like themselves, so they won't be recognized on the street. They're pulling a Hannah Montana. And that's just my theory. But yeah, I've been Abby. This is me on I.O, so please go ahead and leave me a comment, you know. I'd love to like chat, say hi, respond, comment on your comments. It'd be great. Yeah, so like this video, and let me know what you're thinking down below. Hit subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And since I have no comments to talk about right now on this video, I'll use this time to talk about a study on this topic. The Royal Society for Public Health and the Young Health Movement did a study about social media platforms and their effect on teenagers and young adult mental health. And guess what? Congratulations, YouTube is the most positive. Here's a reward. Okay. And newsflash, Instagram and Snapchat are the most detrimental to young people's mental health and well-being. Just the more you know. So should you manipulate your photos? Depends on the context, who knows, but I've been Abbey Kelly, and thanks for having me.